Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. I'm trying to free your mind.
Report: massive Tesla leak reveals data breaches, thousands of safety complaints. Whistleblower files reveal customer and employee information plus complaints about driver assistance system. Tesla has failed to adequately protect data from customers, employees, business partners, and has received thousands of customer complaints regarding the car maker's driver assistance system, Germany's Handelsblatt has reported, citing 100 gigabytes of confidential data leaked by the whistleblower. Handelsblatt is a German magazine who received the data from some hacker group. I will link this article in the description below. It is in German, so you have to translate it. It also is behind a paywall, so you'll have to pay for the article to read it if you want to know more, or read it by some other means. They said that this breach would violate the GDPR. If you don't know what the GDPR is, it stands for General Data Protection Regulation. It's basically a law in Europe that gives people more control over their data. So most important thing is the people in Europe have access to how their data is being used. They have the right to delete it, and they also have the right to limit how each company uses their data. In California, they've passed something similar that's only for California residents, obviously, but the GDPR is strictly set to Europe. Now, if this violation was proved to be true, Tesla could be fined up to 4% of its annual sales, which would be about 3.26 billion euros, or $3.5 billion. Now, the details of the complaints are basically crashes and complaints of crashing and phantom braking. So there were about 4,000 complaints on sudden acceleration or phantom braking total, which would probably have to do with the autopilot program that they have in the car. But the biggest thing to me is not necessarily the complaints, but more so how Tesla dealt with them. So the files, according to Handelsblatt, said that they included precise guidelines for communicating with customers. Employees are instructed that unless lawyers are involved, they should not send written versions of the reviews, but to pass it on verbally to the customer. Do not copy and paste the report into an email, text message, or leave it in a voicemail, the guidelines say. And this person here says, quoted as saying they never sent emails, everything was always verbal. The article quoted a California doctor who said her Tesla accelerated on its own in the fall of 2021 and crashed into two concrete pillars. Now, Tesla has a history of allegedly being caught covering up customer complaints. Back in 2016, U.S. National Highway Traffic Administration had to announce that customers were allowed to publicize safety issues. There were basically reports that they were requiring customers to sign NDAs to get warranties fixed on their cars. Now, this video isn't really an indictment on people who own a Tesla or trying to knock you if you do. But if you do, just make sure you're looking at ways to safeguard your data and safeguard your car. Try to learn as much about it as you can. Read as much manuals as you can. Maybe turn off the autopilot for now. This seems to be something they have had trouble fixing for a while. And it doesn't seem like customer support wants to be honest and open about these fixes. It seems to me like they are trying to cover it up. So just keep that in mind. And please like and share to hack the YouTube algorithm. Thanks and take care.